What is the stickiest part of your home? Oh, that's a great question, and we get to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com. And if you have small children and they've left sticky stuff all over the place, and you need an extra set of hands to help you clean it up, you can find a trained professional at housecleaning360.com. That is a hub that partners homeowners with house cleaners. Now, if you are a house cleaner and you have not listed your business, race over there right now and list your business so that people can find you. This is a place to list all of your information, before and after pictures, and also get ratings and reviews. housecleaning360.com. All right, on to today's show, which a homeowner wrote in and wanted to know, what are the stickiest places in my house that I need to be aware of? My question back to you is, how tall are your children? The reason I ask that is because when kids are very small, there's a natural inclination to wipe their hands off on stuff. They don't want stuff on their hands any more than we want them on as parents. And so you'll see kids, they'll put their fingers in their mouths. They're trying, like a cat, to clean themselves, right? So you want to make sure that from the very, very beginning of their life, that they're trained and they know where to go to get cleaned up. Now, as they get older and they spill stuff on them, they'll wipe off their shirts and they wipe their hands on the front of their clothes because that's all they know to do. Now, if you're sitting at a dinner table, even when you're very small, you can set up rules and regulations in place that will serve them for the rest of their lives. So even as they're very young and they're playing around in their high chair and they got food all over, before they get out of the high chair, you can wash their hands down and wash their face down. This trains them and gets them in the habit that I don't leave this chair until I'm all cleaned up. You can also do the same thing as they're leaving the house. As you leave the house, before you go get in the car, because cars can get really sticky as well. We want to make sure that we use a hand sanitizer before we leave the house. Now, there are all different kinds of hand sanitizers on the market. The brand that you use doesn't matter. They come in a variety of different types, different brands, and what have you, and I'll leave links in the show notes. But you can pick these up at the Dollar Tree. You can pick them up at Walmart. They're at every gas station. They're readily available. I like to keep these in the pocket of the car door. So what happens is, if you are in the car and you get in the car from outside, the first thing you do is clean your hands with a hand sanitizer. That way your hands on the steering column are not going to get sticky. The console is not going to get sticky, or is the gear shift. If you have kids that are in the back seat, if you ate something while you're out and about and you get inside the car, it's not going into their car seat and on the doors and the handles of the car. And so you want to make sure as you get in the car that you clean your hands. Then before you get out of the car, clean your hands. I know it sounds a little bit OCD, but you'll thank me later because it will remove the need for cleaning all the stuff in your house. Now, we've talked on other episodes about having pets. And as the pets come in from outside, we clean their hands. And the reason we do that, their little paws, is so that they don't track mud all over our houses, right? It's the same with kids. Little kids come in from outside, they've been outside playing, they come inside, they've been out shopping, it doesn't matter what the kids are doing, but when they come in the house, it's possible they picked up germs, dirt, grime, gunk, sticky stuff from somewhere else. So as they come in, there should be a little hub right inside either the garage door or the front door, however you get in your house. There should be a little hub that has some hand sanitizer right there. You come in, you take off your shoes, you wipe your hands down, and now you're good to go inside the house. It's a simple habit, but it removes lots of the sticky stuff from around the house. All right, when you get up from the dinner table, make sure that you wipe your hands before you leave, right? It's a new habit. As you use the restroom, when you're done, you wash your hands and you dry your hands. Now, here's a secret for the sticky stuff that's around your house. Make sure at every sink in your house that you have a towel. The towel is to dry your hands off, because if your hands are wet, then stuff gets on the floor, it drips on the floor, and it creates a different sort of a mess. It's not a sticky mess, but it's a different sort of a mess with soap and water falling on the floor. So we want to make sure that we have little stations around the house where we have the hand sanitizer, and this could be in front of the toys. Before we play with our toys, we use a hand sanitizer. When we are done playing with our toys or whatever, you can use the hand sanitizer. I know it sounds like it's super OCD, but even on cruise ships where there are lots of different people coming and going, before you do anything, there are hand sanitizers all over the place because we don't want to get germs and we don't want to take the stickiness and create new messes. All right, so back to the stickiest places in your home. How tall is your kid? Ask your kid, reach up your hands as tall as they go, and that's about the level where the stickiness will end. So you can pretty much be sure that everything underneath that is sticky. It's going to be sticky underneath the chairs. It's going to be sticky underneath the kitchen table. If you have a bar that comes out, it's probably sticky under there, and you might even find some pieces of gum that are stuck up under there. You want to make sure that anything that the kids play with that's at play level, the stickiness is removed. It will be the stair rails going up the stairs. It will be the banister of the stairs. It's going to be underneath the underneath side of the toilet as they're climbing up to the toilet to use the potty. It's going to be the handle on the toilet if they've learned how to flush. There are all kinds of places that kids touch in a house. And it's the doorknobs of doors, but it's also all the area below the doorknob where they're grabbing the door or they're pushing the door or they're pulling the door so that they can get through the door. And if they have stuff on their hands and their hands are not clean, then it's going to get sticky in those areas. So as a parent, go around the house and find the sticky areas. And the cool thing is you can give a kid a magic eraser and you can play a game. And so say, show me all the sticky areas and let's go clean them up. The kids know where they've touched. They know where the sticky areas are and they will guide you to those areas almost like a treasure hunt. Only they're doing the hunting and you as the parent are the one finding the treasure. So it's a simple game, but the rule is keep the stickiness away from happening in the first place. And this is by a few simple habits that you create up front. Once you create these habits up front, they serve the child moving into adulthood for the rest of their lives. And they get in the habit, every time they get in the car, they use a hand sanitizer. Every time they get out of the car, they use a hand sanitizer. Before they come in the house, there's a little station right there. If it's in your garage, they use the hand sanitizer before they open the door and they go inside and cart those germs inside. It will also keep your house much more germ friendly because you're not bringing in stuff from the neighbors' houses or from the preschool or from other places that you've already gone through a couple of hand sanitizings before you get inside your house. Then most of the stuff that you touch inside your house, if it doesn't have food related to it, you will be able to keep that at bay. And then after every meal, after every time they eat anything, clean the hands and you're done. All right, I hope that helps a little bit. There's no need to have stickiness all over your house. It's an easy fix, and now you know how to do it. All right, I hope this helps a little bit. If it does, leave notes in the comments below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.